Signal contamination, when clear signals become confusing. One of the most difficult challenges in decision-making is not lack of information, it is too much conflicting information. Signals that once seemed clear begin to blur together. Advice contradicts itself, opinions multiply, and the path forward becomes harder to see. Every environment contains signals and noise. Signals point towards reality. Noise distracts attention away from it. Under normal conditions, people can usually separate the two. But under pressure, the boundary between signal and noise begins to collapse. Modern environments produce an overwhelming amount of input. Articles, podcasts, expert opinions, advice from friends and colleagues. Each new voice introduces another interpretation of the situation. At first, this appears helpful, but eventually too many perspectives distort the original signal. The mind becomes crowded with interpretations rather than observations. Mentally, the brain begins juggling multiple interpretations at once. Every possibility feels plausible. Every option carries risk. Instead of clarifying the decision, the information overload creates hesitation. The mind becomes filled with competing models of reality. Emotionally, uncertainty begins to rise. Conflicting signals create doubt. Doubt creates urgency, and urgency increases the desire for reassurance. But reassurance is rarely available when the terrain is genuinely uncertain. The body responds as well. The nervous system tightens. Breathing becomes shallow. Attention narrows. This is the same fight or flight response designed to protect us from physical danger. But when the threat is informational rather than physical, the response only increases confusion. When signals become contaminated with noise, people often react in one of two ways. Some freeze. They delay action, hoping clarity will eventually appear. Others move impulsively. They choose the first option that reduces uncertainty. Both reactions come from the same distortion, the inability to clearly identify the true signal. Clarity does not come from gathering more information. It comes from reducing noise. Sometimes the most effective step is to pause long enough for the environment to quiet. When the noise settles, the signal often becomes visible again. Before making your next decision, pause for a moment. Ask yourself 3 questions. What information in front of me is direct signal? What information is interpretation or opinion? And what information is simply noise created by urgency or pressure? Often, the signal becomes clearer the moment the noise is separated from it. The challenge of modern decision-making is not that reality is silent, it is that reality is surrounded by noise. Recognizing the difference between the two is the beginning of clear thinking. Take what you need, and when you are ready, step back into the world.